Let's start with you, Lahat. 31-11. How about that for a senior night, huh?
I mean, you want to leave everything you got. That's my last home game and almost last home game in college. So, and this place means a lot to me. Since I got here, I've been just growing and growing every game. So, I just wanted to just get out there, just have fun, and just leave it out there, and just leave something like people gonna remember. And I feel like I tried my best, and the best thing is like we got the dub, so we got the win. So, yep.
And then 20 points in the first half. Mercedes said his career high was 21. Before that, 20 points in the first half. What was working for you in that first half?
Nothing really. Like, they wasn't doubling, so if they don't double, I make them pay. That's the bottom line. So, and I see a couple shots went in, and I just feel confident, and my teammate trusted me and just give me the ball every time, and I just keep on going. And I just give my teammate credit for just trusting me and just wanted me to have a good game, senior night, last home game. So that's all.
Max, 5 of 6 from behind the arc. It seems like every time I come into these interviews, you shoot the 3-ball really, really well. Again, what does that mean for you and this team with just one more game in the regular season and Summit League tournament coming up?
Yeah, I think for the whole team, being a team like NDSU, one of the best teams in the Summit League, it's a confidence booster for sure going into the tournament next week and going into our last game. And just on the shooting aspect of it, it's nice to be catch and shoot shooter when they gotta worry about Lahat scoring in there every time. So I just got to do my job. He's doing his job. Everyone did their job tonight, and it was a good win.
You guys held Bowden and Andrew tonight. Was that a defensive focus for you guys coming into this one?
Yeah, we know. They're two of their best players, and just limiting them, we're hopefully going to be successful. And I think we did. Coach Peterson, hats off to him, and Coach Ubel. Their scout for this game was really good, and we executed it to a T. So I think it was good coaching and good execution, and it just kind of turned out for us.
All right. Well, with one more game left, what do you guys already starting to think about the tournament, or are you guys still focus on UND on Saturday?
You just got to keep building momentum, going to the tournament, because anything can happen. You just got to keep getting better. There's a lot of mistakes we did. There's a lot of time I didn't even box out, and they got a couple of offensive rebounds. So I feel like we just got to come back and just, get better at the things we didn't get better tonight, and just keep moving forward. So it's just that.
Okay. Opening statement. Credit to our guys. I thought we played great. We haven't had too many of these games this year where we played like that for 40 minutes. And, North Dakota State, it's a little scary because they've won 6 of the last 7 games, right? So it's scary because if we can figure this thing out this late, we can beat anybody. And that'll be the fun part about the Summit League tournament. So credit to them. They're a really good team. I think they won 6 of the last 7. They usually are really good late February and March. They always find a way in the Summit League tournament to find the championship game. Coach Richmond does a really good job. They made how many NCAA tournaments? So a really good win for our guys. The second piece is I want to talk about Lahat, obviously with it being senior night. I love that kid. And he took a chance on me. He took a chance on the University of South Dakota. And, part of the reason why we do this is you want to impact people's lives, right? And Lahat's impacted my life maybe more than he knows. It goes back to him shooting in the practice gym in Utah in the portal, and me coming down and just talking to him and getting to know him and eventually working him out, and that's how we built that relationship. But for him to go out with 31 points here at home and 11 rebounds, unbelievable effort. But he deserves it, right? He's worked so hard. He stuck with it at every single level. And a lot of people don't realize he came over here like 7 or 8 years ago and didn't speak any English and went to a prep school. And if you talk to him today, he's just a tremendous human being. Like, I can't even describe it, how much I love that dude and how much we're going to miss him next year. So credit to him. I thought he played great. He's been an anchor to our team. And I don't know, he's probably everybody's favorite teammate. And he's got this expression, he says, stay hot, the hashtag stay hot. Maybe he's got, I don't know, some gear out there too or whatever. But He's had it for a couple of years, and he's just a funny guy, and I love having him on our team. So great win for us. We got to keep it going. I don't know what happened in the league, but obviously it's probably a pretty important game no matter what at UND for seeding purposes, and it could be a big game for us too for seeding purposes.
Well, we'll just go straight back into Lahat. 20 points in the first half. Was there like a game plan coming out into the game? Because it seemed like he just kept getting fed over and over again.
Yeah. Well, it was senior night, so we were going to get him a touch right away if we could. And then when he makes one and he's open again, our guys are smart enough to throw it in there, right? When you throw it inside, especially the guys that can really shoot it, they're smart. You throw it inside, and what does it open up? The outside, right? And for whatever reason, they just kept letting it go in there. And Lahat did a great job just being patient. We got to our spots. We had a diver. We had a spacing on the weak side. And he just kept scoring. So as a coach, like, it's not that hard. Right? If someone's playing well, you try to run stuff and you give them the ball. And credit to his teammates. I mean, they found him and they kept feeding him.
You talk about the shooters on the outside. Max went 5 for 6 shooting the 3-ball tonight. What has he kind of meant for this team again this season?
A lot of the times with Max, I don't even look at the box score. I know he brings energy. I know he brings leadership. He loves this place to death. And he shows up every single day. And I think he's been really good for our younger players on our team, just to show that you have to compete every single day to earn that spot. And there's a lot of times where, some guys have been taken out of the starting lineup in different spots, and like Max has earned that thing. And if you ask anybody that watched his practice, he won't lose that spot because of how hard he plays. So love the kid to death. A lot of these guys are older guys. Like Lahat's an older guy, Max is an older guy. I thought Boston played well, older guy. And when you have some more mature players in your program, we talked about it before the game. It's Lahat's last run here at home. Like we got to do it for Lahat. So that's what people remember him by, right? And I didn't know he was going to score 31 points, but he played great, and credit to our team for finding him.
Boston, 9 assists tonight. What has he meant for a playmaker this season?
Yeah, I think he's matured in a lot of ways. He's scored the ball at a high level or a high clip over the last 5 or 6 games. But I think he's showing that he can do everything, right? He can be a playmaker. He can find the open guy, and it's not like anything, outlandish. It's just simple plays, and a lot of guys don't realize that's how you get a lot of assists, by making simple plays in the right read. Boston was the 4-man for us at Utah. That's what he played the 4. Played a little bit at point last year, but not much, not significant minutes. So when you have a 6'7" point guard that's big and strong and can get in the paint, and now he's distributing the ball like that, he's a load. He really is, and hopefully some momentum going into next year too.
And then as a team, 2 turnovers this game compared to North Dakota State's. I know that's a huge emphasis for every coach, but 2, it's got to be something special tonight.
When you have 20 against UMKC and you lose a close game, it's hard. You go home as a coach and it's tough to swallow. We constantly talk about it. We constantly work on it. Now, North Dakota State's last in our league in turning people over, so any turnover was on us, right? Because they're not up and pressuring like that. But no matter who you're playing, you take care of the ball. You don't give the team extra possessions. Usually good things happen when you get more shots.
I have one last question. So the Isaac drive where he swung it out and it hit Paul. What was even that? I just need your thought process through that.
Okay, so we always teach our guys to get to the baseline corner. Well, he jumped, and usually there's supposed to be somebody sprinting there. We got stuck on the backside, and there was nobody there. So I think the next look was one more, and Paul was there, obviously, and maybe it's something they practice in the driveway. I don't know. Or it's brother to brother instincts.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it worked out, and I'm happy those guys are on our team.
I have one. Coach, last home game of the season, do you have any message to the fans?
You beat me to the punch. You stole my thunder. I like it. And I got some stuff written down here because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anybody. But you go out there, guys, and our facilities are spotless. It looks like this place was built 6 months ago. And that's how great our facilities people are. Thank you to the band. Thank you to the cheerleaders, the concession people, everybody that works the scores table. I don't think they get paid, but they show up every single game. Maybe they get free popcorn. I don't know. Do you know if they get free popcorn? Radio, production, marketing. Those guys work so hard. I stopped up in the booth afterwards and just said thank you because they put in a lot of long nights, and people see that, but they don't understand how much work that goes into before the game even starts. Like, they're big time. Dining services that does our pregame meal. And then lastly, our fans for showing up. And that was great that you brought that up. And I've talked about them a lot. And I'm glad that this happened on senior night in our last home game to develop momentum going into next year. Because we do have some loyal people. And I've said this before, but they show up every single game. And this place is really special to me. And I said this in my press conference the day I got hired, but it's because of the people. There's so many good people here that just take care of you. And the bottom line, you walk out there or you go to a game, like, it's top notch, it's first class, and it takes everybody to do it. It takes everybody in our team to win a game, but it takes everybody to put this thing on. Even Mercedes, our SID right there, who follows me around and makes sure I'm in the right spot and not lost.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. But it takes everybody. So thank you guys. I mean, it's a big time spot, and we're not far away. We're really not. And I'm excited for our future. Thank you. Go Yotes.